Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Rangers Radio salute our Rangers family working in NHS, all the nurses, doctors, auxiliary workers, paramedics, and everybody that's helping to try to keep us safe. Kitchen porters and every little cog that keeps the system working. We salute you and thank you for your efforts. Bridgeman.
Oh, what can I say? What can I say? Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of you, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How we doing, Mucker? Quite emotional this clapping because we all know. I mean, your missus worked in the caring industry. We've got JFK's missus who's out there in the front line, the care home. We all know people that work in that industry, and it's no easy at this time for people. And we've got to take our hats after them, mate.
Absolutely, pal. 100%. Got to take your hat off to them. Absolutely love them. My wife's an ex-nurse, you know.
Yes.
I'm saying an ex-nurse, but she's always been a nurse, so she always is. No, she's heart of gold, that woman. I know her pals as well. She's a lot of friends and still got friends, still meets them. And they're still, some of them still in the industry. Listen to me. But they're wonderful. NHS is wonderful.
It's the real team ethos, mate, in these departments, mate. You know, it's what you have to deal with is pretty frightening. And we've got to put it into context about the football world, and we're going to talk about it, Bridge, because you want to get it off your chest about players' wages. Yeah, and I've got a view, and I think the whole players' union and world football missed a boat. As soon as this happened, they should have took the 20% cut and gave themselves a bit of breathing space and a moral high ground and helped their employers and helped the game going forward. And they'd have been seen in a different light. That's only my opinion. But at the moment, a lot of them are seen as just, in the circumstances, maybe greedy footballers.
I think, in all honesty, my opinion is it's not just the footballers themselves. And yes, I agree 100%. And I would go further. I'd say that all the senior players in the top leagues should all have, and some of them have done it already, should all have and say, look, we need to do something. We want let's for the 4 months it's going to last or whatever. 50%. Let's do it. Because they're not doing anything. They're not even doing proper training. They're not under any instructions, really, other than the verbal instructions that were given before. And okay, I think it would be a great thing for the players to do that. And the clubs can use that 50% of the player's salary to bolster everybody else's, so that they're not laying anyone off without asking the government for any money. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they shouldn't ask their government for money, but seriously, the very first thing they've done is furlough these people because there could be money at the end of it and will save us laying after big players. I think it's got it wrong, arse for elbow. In my opinion, got it in the wrong way. That's the way I think about it.
I think you're right morally, mate. And I'll be interested to see what people think. Listen, I understand people have got a contract and they've got to think about their livelihood. I get that. But these are unique times, and I think if you get it right, you'll reap the benefits in the future. But if you get it wrong, you could have a Ratner moment.
Absolutely. And that's the fear I've got about my club. I hope that somebody somewhere within the depths of the Rangers hierarchy they've got a team sorting all this out in their head what they're going to do. Because I for one, as I've just said a minute ago, I don't want Rangers to go down that road if they can help it. I want Rangers to get the players to talk to the players and agree with the players. The players should be subsidising the club now instead of the other way around for the number of months that there is. So it's as far as we're concerned, we're told it's going to be 3 months. So for the 3 month period, let's see how it goes. That's what I think. I really do think that, and I hope that our club go that way because they'll be one of the few clubs that did.
Just another shout out to Lorraine Old School Blue, whose partner is on the front line as well. Tanya, I think of you, Tanya. We know what you have to do looking after some audience. And also Jeff G, I noticed there will be his missus is on the front line. Thinking and hope she stays safe, Jeff. Best of luck wishes for everybody here at Rangers Radio. I take your point, Bridge. I think you've just got to be cute, and you've got to think sometimes of the bigger picture, and you've got a responsibility to your own industry.
Well, at the end of the day, I know the fans are the biggest part, and that's the way I feel. But the players are massive. They're the ones that give us all the excitement on the pitch. The players and the management and all the rest of it. All of these people, they're the ones that are earning all the big money and taking that money out of the club and so on and so forth. And I think, given the situation, as time they stood up, made themselves counted, and did it for the fans and for the NHS and so on and so forth. And I think they'd be really well thought of. I don't want to slag anybody too much because it's a really difficult situation for every club all over the world. I just think that I want to see my club standing tall and saying we're going to look after ourselves wherever possible. It may be that 2 months down the line we really have to do this and furlough the players and furlough it. I would just like to see it start at the top and go 50% be done with it. That's what I would say.
I'm sure we've got a manager who's driven by morals, mate. He's driven by morals.
I agree with you. I mean, did he not come out and give £5,000 to the local government charity? Amazing stuff. Brilliant stuff, But you know yourself, Oxchair. I'm probably I'm trying to shine a light or hold a candle for morality within the football, particularly my own club. But I doubt very much if it's going to win. I think there'll be people within the ranks of Rangers are turning and saying, "Oh no, there's going to be some money in there. The government's going to give us 80% of some of these people's salaries. We'll take that up. We'll follow what they've done across the city." That's probably will happen. I must be honest. But that's what I feel. I feel the other way.
All right, so listen, people want to join us, talk about anything. We're going to change the subject, mate, and we're going to look at strikers. Me and Bridge are going to run through our top 10. Anybody's welcome to join us. We've done midfielders, and that was hard, wasn't it, Bridge?
Shocking hard. Let me tell you.
I meant to tell you, I got a bit of personal stick for that.
Did you? Why?
I did actually. I was good friends with the late Alec Willoughby. I got to know Alec in his later years, mate.
Jim Forrest's cousin.
Huh?
Jim Forrest's cousin.
Aye, and what a lovely man Alec was. He was he was doing his rep for a whiskey company when I got to know him, and I used to meet him regular. And what a gentleman! And the stories he told us, his times and who he played with, it was fantastic. And he was just such a lovely man. And I got a wee bit of stick because I never put him in my top 10 midfielder.
Was it him that gave you the stick, eh?
I hope no, he's did, mate.
Oh, is he? I didn't know it. I'd forgotten that. I remember when we played Real Madrid, and I think it was great. Di Stefano said that young lad that plays for Rangers, Alec Willoughby, wonderful player. So high praise indeed.
Aye, so I'll just check how many games he played for us, mate. Let me see. But I got a wee bit of stick on the personal front, so there you go. People are listening, mate.
I'm sure the people were clapping out the window tonight for you getting stick. That's for sure.
Well, he signed for Drumchamp Amateurs.
That's right. Drumchamp Amateurs. Alec Willoughby.
Was it? They did some production line of football players then.
Some great players.
And then he was sold to Aberdeen. I think before that he'd been doing it at Arsenal as a schoolboy, mate. And he played 97 games for us and scored 47 goals, mate.
He was a smashing player, Oxtail. I thought he was a super player. What a wonderful wing back. Really good stuff inside forward. Marvellous.
Never
player.
seen him play, Bridge, obviously.
He was lovely to watch. Lovely to watch. He didn't have the presence. He never had the presence of Jim Forrest, his cousin. Forrest had the presence on the pitch and put the ball in the net, and people just loved that. They knew he was there for. They knew what he did, and he was physically good. Very strong player, Forrest. Whereas Willoughby was a more slim person and a bit of style about him.
Would you say there's a Jim Forrest? I mean, with the build and the way he played, is there similarities to Morelos?
Well, you could say that. I think Morelos is a bit taller, right enough. I'm not dead sure on that, but I think he's a bit taller. Jim Forrest was really good with the ball at his feet in front of goal, really good, and very powerful, very quick. And that's what I like about Morelos. I like him. He's in front of goal. He's been very good. It's obviously something's messed with his head, and he's been right off form. That's his trouble, I think. But I think he's one of the best players that we've had in a long, long time, Morelos. Best player in Scotland when he was on his game. Best player in Scotland, without a doubt. Now, unfortunately, he's stuck in no man's land with his football. And all you're going to get is all the people, the press and all the rest of them were just saying, oh, it's Edouard's the greatest thing since Life Speed. When 3 or 4 months ago, around about Christmas time, it was Morelos. Morelos was the best thing since Life Speed. Best player in the country.
All right. Skipper's saying Willoughby was a favourite of his. So Skipper's not a bad judge, you know what I mean?
Yes, I mean, he'll tell. I mean, Skipper would tell you next time he sees you, he'll tell you all about him. He really glided over the pitch, you know. Marvellous player, really, really good, clever stuff.
All right. Right, so we had a discussion on strikers, but I remember a couple of weeks ago, it was me today, we got into the Puzo and Jelavic debate and whether they'll be in your top 10. I don't know. So we'll make the rules. We'll make it if people come on and join us. Players that you've seen, that's fair, innit? And you're 10, because obviously if you take Stardog, he'll know I've seen. I never seen Jim Forrest, mate. So I couldn't put him in my top 10 because I never seen him play. But when you look at his record, just unbelievable.
Yeah, he was a smashing player, and obviously he was a fall guy. He was a fall guy for the Berwick Rangers.
Him and George McLean,
Him and George McLean were the fall guys for that. We're going to clear everything up and so on and so forth and get rid of them. And I don't think it made one jot of difference, to be perfectly honest with you. I think we gave away 2 guys that liked to score score goals, but they couldn't score goals. They were outplayed by some better players at times, you know.
Yeah, we ended up. We missed them when they got to a cup fight, a European final. Right, I'm just making a quick note here, mate. I've got my number 10. Do you want to hear it?
Go on.
My number 10 is Derek Parlane.
Number 10, Derek Parlane.
Yeah, he would need to be in it for me. I mean, growing up, he came onto the scene and fast, scored goals. Never got as many games. He was up against Derek Johnston, but great goal scorer for me. And another guy I've got to meet a few times, and what a gentleman. But part of the Barcelona Bears, I think he was on the bench, but he had a prominent role in the semi-final.
Wow.
Yeah. And when you think back, the fact that he played for Rangers and his old man played for Rangers and they both scored against Celtic.
Wow.
You know, when I was talking to him, his boy was there. I says, what's it like not to be the only one not to score against the Celtic? You know, so Derek Parlane, who made his debut, 17 years, 241 days, 303 games, 49 subs, 112 goals.
Wow. Well, you really liked him. I'm not saying that I didn't like him. There's no Rangers player I really didn't like in that sense. I never rated him as highly as you do. I had greater preference for people like in the olden days, Jimmy Miller. Jimmy Miller was a great Rangers
but who's your number 10 then?
That's him, number 10, Jimmy Miller.
Jimmy Miller?
I would have said Jimmy Miller. Yeah, he would have been mine.
That's some shout to have him at number 10, mate.
Well, that's where I would put him because there's a lot of centre forwards came after
better than him. All right. Okay.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I think so.
We'll
see what it's like anyway, you know.
Some of the guys that I grew up with who'd seen Jimmy Miller just loved him.
Oh yes, but remember he came through at a time when there were certain allowances within the game, and when the game changed, it didn't just change one, changed twice, 3 times, and 4 times. So there's a world of difference in the game for a centre forward between Jimmy Miller and now, and we've had some smashing centre forwards. That's the way I look at it anyway.
All right. Okay then. So number 9. I would need to get a minute, mate, because I thought he was a smashing player for us. Dado Purcell. Warrior, great player for us. Wasn't fit? A real leader, decent bloke. Helped us win a league title with one leg, and also the League Cup, I think. But a good player, skillful, successful World Cup with Croatia. Played the Champions League final with Monaco. Would have to get him in there, Bridge.
I'm not going to disagree with you there. I think Furzo would be one of mine, a true warrior, a real warrior. There's no doubt about that. That's what I would think. I'm not dead sure about the placing of it, but I'll go with you now, and I'll agree with you. For the present moment, I know it's hard to fit them all in, mate. I've got about 15 players here. I'm just, when I think about it, there's people I really liked. For number 9, can I go for Kuzan? I like Kuzan. Yes, no. I liked him. What do you mean, no?
Of course you can. It's your list.
Right. I'll go for Kuzan at number 9.
All right, okay, mate. We've been joined by George Logan. Evening, George.
How you doing, boys? All right?
All right, mate. Your good self.
Aye, good. That's a good subject tonight, strikers and things like that. There's no right and there's sometimes there is right and wrong, but you've got to read me a list, and just when you said there in the make-up 10, I tried to write down a 10 quick as I could there. I'm sure I've missed it some, but I'll go along with it as well.
Right, what have you got, George? Number 10.
Well, number 10, if you can shut your ears for 2 seconds.
No, George, please.
Okay, I've got to.
Thanks for the call, George.
Aye, exactly. Well, I'm not even bothered. I'll just move on to number 9 then.
No, go on then. He's your number 10, George.
My number 10, to be fair, between two, because I wouldn't class B Kenichi as a striker, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I would say he was more a winger, but he always comes up in that category. So for my number 10, I would have went with Kenny Miller. That would have been my number 10.
Kenny Miller, weighs 3 times, mate. Won his league titles, scored his goals in big games, mate. One of my all-time favourites. Bridgeman?
Yeah, he's got to be in your top 10. He's done a lot, scored a lot of goals.
He's no
great experience. He'll not be in yours because of personal reasons, but he was. He's a good player for Rangers. Played very well. It's great experience, and a lot of folk really liked him, and still do for that matter. I personally don't like him, and latterly I don't like the way he does things. Seems to do things against Rangers, but on the park when he was playing for Rangers, he always gave his utmost.
Oh, he gave 100%.
He did. Scored a lot of goals for us.
100%.
I can only say, as far as George is concerned, I've got to. I agree with George. He's there. I've got him in as number 7, to be honest.
Oh, right, okay then. Number 7. I'm looking down my list, George, and I can't find him.
That doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise
me. On you go. You're number 9.
My number 9 would be Chris Boyd.
Right. Okay.
I think Chris Boyd was a great goal scorer for us. I don't think you can class him as a great striker, but he was a great goal scorer. For me, a great striker is somebody who can do a wee bit of everything. Yeah, like McCoy and these other guys, of course, they can do a lot more, but he scored some amount of goals for us, Chris Boyd, so he did.
Funny enough, I've got him at number 8, mate, only because of the volume of goals he scored. Chris Boyd, one of the greatest finishers we've ever had at the club, and arguably, and I don't mean this as any disrespect to Chris, outside the box, arguably one of the worst football players we've had, and that's no meant in a nasty way. He just came alive when the ball was in front of the goal, and he dragged us into some games with his goals and semi-finals and cup finals, and he had free kicks, penalties, and he cropped up with goals in 2008, and he was a fantastic finisher, mate. I'll give you that one. George, Bridgeman. Come on, Bridge. You're talking to yourself.
But I thought I didn't realise I was on mute there. No, I think that you got to say it. You know, once again, Chris Boyd, like Kenny Miller, not everybody's cup of tea favourite, but he's got to be there. He still holds the SPL record, doesn't he? For
It's a volume,
number of goals.
a volume of goals he scored, mate. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, whether what you think of him or whatever, you know, I think it would be hard to leave him out in the modern era. If I'm being honest, George, yeah, because I'm just going to get his stats up.
Well, that's the thing. You're probably bang on what you're saying there. I mean, he was deadly inside the box, and it wasn't a football player outside the box. I remember the free kick he scored did score outside the box, Ox, but he scored some amount of cracking goals for us, and it wasn't one of these guys. I think Mearso, maybe Nacho Nolan, possibly Kenny Miller as well, scored a lot of goals in 3-1 wins and things like that, whereas Chris Boyd was maybe the one that scored the 2 and 3 goals in these games to win us these games. I think Chris Boyd was a good signing for us when he came in and scored a lot of good goals for us.
He played 234 games, 55 as sub, 179 starts, 138 goals, 20 penalties. So it's not a bad record, is it? In his starts, he's maybe got a goal every game and a bit. You know what I mean? It's not a bad start, mate. Not a bad start. Aye, okay, I give you that. Right, Bridge.
I've got Chris Boyd in at number 6. What number are you talking about now?
We're at number 8. That was
number 8. I've got Purzo. I've got Purzo at number 8.
Aye. As we said, mate, a lovely player, warrior, bit more skill than we realised. George, big puzzle.
Aye, definitely. I liked his style, Ox. I think he was a warrior. Had everything. I mean, he really did have everything that I wanted as a player. Had the hair, the skill, everything he really wanted. I mean, the one he scored against Arlo, and the commentating goes along with it. You see it on YouTube when whoever the commentator is, Joe Brown or whoever it is, and he said, the last person you want the ball right now, and he's 18 years, is Marvin Andrews. He lobbed the ball into his 18 years and put it in the back of the pocket for Dado Purcell. Absolutely fantastic, the big guy. I mean, there's always the argument there between the two creations, but he was a big warrior for me. I like Dado Purcell.
All right. Bridgeman, give us your number 7.
Well, number 7, I had said to you earlier, I've got Kenny Miller at number 7.
Yeah, all right, okay.
I'll let you wax lyrical about Kenny Miller.
You're breaking up there, Bridge.
Sorry, pal. And you need to wax lyrical about Kenny Miller. I'll not say it again.
I can't hear you there, Bridge.
No, as I said earlier, he's really has. He's been he was a smashing servant for Rangers, came for Hibs, scored a lot of goals for us. At the present moment, I'm not too keen on him, but I can't take what he did for us. I thought he did well.
A top player, mate, and I cheered every one of his goals. Yeah, I cheered every one of his goals.
Can't believe that.
I did.
Do you believe that, George?
Maybe every one of his goals is scored in blue anyway, Bridgeman. I'll give you that.
Aye, that's correct. That's also correct, George. Good point, well made, George Logan. Right, my number 7 then. Are you ready for this? Right, my number 7 would be... Oh, no, I'm thinking. Nikita Jelavic. Yeah. What a great technician. Somebody we got. Walter went out and demanded we got him to try and take us to the next level, maybe as a championship. It worked. We were robbed him for a few tackle, a bad tackle, and to be fair, it was an assault by Ian Black. So we didn't see him as much. A great striker for me, a touch player, know what Purzo. All about the touch, the movement, and just maybe caressing the ball into the goal. Had the ability to score all different kinds of goals through free kicks, overhead kicks. I think it was him that scored overhead kick at Pataudry from memory, George. Just a guy that if circumstances been different would have been ways a lot longer, and I think we'd enjoyed him.
Oh, it was fantastic. The overhead kick up at Pataudry was world class. Obviously, the goal he scored in the final as well against him. Comes to mind, but he was actually a really skillful player as well. I think he enjoyed his time here as well. Played in a fairly decent team. Played for Croatia and things like that. So that's a great show. I mean, he was a cracking player for us when he was here and scored a lot of good goals for us.
Yep. Going in with your number, what are we at now? 7, 6? I'm supposed to plot here.
I'm on my number 7, I ken that.
Right, on you go.
My number 7 would be Nacho Novo.
Right, okay.
We Nacho's in there. I mean, you guys have probably got more Derek Johnson and things like that. I've never seen any guys playing, so we Nacho Novo's in there for my number 7. I think he was a good player for us. Obviously scored that penalty, and that goal he scored I think it was just in the League Cup final. I think it was against Falkirk, I think it was, or Queen of the South, maybe just off the bench and put it right in the back of the poke. He was capable of doing that. I think he was a cracking wee player when we got him. Another good signing for Alex McLeish, Ox.
Old Jeff saying we're not going to put in my top 10 at this rate. We might know. We might know. Aye, good shout, mate. Aye, okay, mate. Nacho Novo. I don't think we'll ever forget Nacho, mate, because of that penalty kick in Florence, mate, and the bit of TV that was done by the English television is absolute brilliant. Brace yourself, Manchester. And I don't think Novo will be forgot about because of that. Bridgeman?
Yeah, my cup of tea, Novo. I don't think the same as yourself. I don't think that. Was that your number 6?
No, it's not in my top 10, mate. No.
Okay, sorry. Was that
No,
what we were
saying,
talking about? Number 6. We're just commenting on Novo.
Just commenting Novo. Keep up, Bridge. Yeah.
Oh, no,
this homeschooling's no good for you.
It's very important because I don't want to take anything away from any player. I think Novo was a tremendous player for Rangers, and you could see every time he came on the park, it's all heart, and scored some really, really clever goals for us, and really some crucial goals as well, you know. And that one, I think it was at Falkirk we were playing. He came on, and he took somebody to get through into him. And he was only on the park about 10 seconds, and he leathered it, big high ball into the net. Fantastic stuff, brilliant. So yes, I agree he's a good player, but he's not my number.
He's not in your top 10. He's not in your top 10. George has only seen it as the players he's seen. Yeah. So who's your number 6?
My number 6, we talked about him earlier, Chris Boyd. I had Chris Boyd in there, number 6. I don't want to say any more about him.
No. I'll give you my number 6. My number 6 would need to be Marco Negri. He appeared, and we'd never seen quite the like yet. And he's finishing in such a short space of time. He just looked top draw. All different kinds of goals, left foot, right foot, headers. Brave. That Brave, he got an eye in the ball playing squash, and that ultimately helped us not get our 10th league title. I do believe if he'd have stayed fit, we would have won the league that year because he'd have scored his goals, and I think it was over 30 goals before Christmas. Unbelievable player. And never really recovered for that. But when he first came on the scene, I don't think we'd seen the likes. George?
Aye, that's a great shout, by the way. He was a cracking player. If you just go to hold on to him for that wee bit longer, you also want to see what he could have actually done again. That's a great shout. What a player he was. Played in a good team as well. Like you say, that many goals leading up to Christmas, then obviously never kicked another ball for us, but that's a great shout.
I agree. Negri, good shout. Brilliant shout. But next.
Next on you go, Bridge. What you go to number 5 now?
Number 5, I'm Jim Forrest. We spoke about him earlier. I've been Jim Forrest.
I never seen him play, Bridge.
Nah, he was just a marvellous centre forward. A lot of Rangers fans absolutely told me. Go on then, pal.
I'll just get his stats up, mate. But aye. He should be in the Rangers Hall of Fame. I don't care what they say. Mate. He should be in the Rangers Hall of Fame, Jim Forrest, in my opinion. Right, if I can find him. So, because he signed for Drumchapel Amateurs. 166 games, no substitute appearances. 146 goals, George, and only 2 were penalties.
That's some return. It's absolutely fantastic. Like I say, he obviously got before my time, so I never got a chance to see any of that. I've seen the clips and I've seen stats and things like that. Absolutely fantastic. I heard you going on about him all the time, getting into the Hall of Fame. But it just goes to show you the kind of calibre you could actually get for the junior ranks and lower leagues and that back then. You can't get that now.
Well, he was signed for a boys' club, mate. Drumchamber Amateurs would have been under 21 then, Bridge, I think.
Yeah.
Senior juvenile. Yeah.
I was a good player. No, they were a good team. They were well recognised team. Seriously good team. And they're youngsters, a lot of youngsters, you know. Brilliant.
13 games against them, 8 goals.
Yeah, it was a goal machine at times, you know. Just incredible stuff at times.
One bad game, George, and we let him go, eh?
Unbelievable. When did he play with Rangers, Ox?
For the mid-60s to Berwick Rangers, mate.
The last game he played for was Berwick Rangers. George, he was a brilliant centre forward, I can tell you that. You would have loved him. He had really good eye for goal, you know. And when we played Real Madrid at Ibrox, he must have had 5, 6 absolutely tremendous shots at goal. And their goalkeeper, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. One of his funny Spanish names. But no, the goalkeeper pulled off some great saves against Jim Forrest. What a great wee player.
Aye. I wish I could go him in my number 10, but I never seen him play, Bridge. Never seen him play, you know. Right, George, on you go.
What number you want? What number one and number 5?
Number 5.
Number 5. I've got I was split between 2 there, to be perfectly honest, and I had Nikica Jelavic in there, but we already discussed him, so for the sake of that and the thing, I'll put Weeman Ellis in there. So a lot of folk think he has done a few times, but he scored some cracking goals for us in some big games and European games and things like that. So for my number 5, I'd put wee Alfred in there.
I wouldn't argue with that, George. I think Morelos is a better player than we all give him credit for, mate. I think.
Aye, you're probably right.
I think that sometimes we get caught up in other media stuff and all the other things that's happened to the poor boy, and we forget that somebody that's been bordering on racism at some of the things that's happened to him, and you know, and when other teams' defenders openly admit they got to try and get him sent off, i.e. McKenna for Aberdeen, who admitted it in the press, it shows you what they try and do to the boy, you know, and he's got to put up with a lot. And a fabulous player. And you think of the goals he scored in Europe, mate. Real good goals. You think of the headers in Feyenoord. Just the memories he's gave us. Hopefully he can get it back again and kick on, and we'll maybe go him for a wee while yet. Bridgeman.
Yeah, can I just say, I can't even find out all the words that I want to say about Morelos. George watched what they call about him there, and you did too. Morelos, for me, he's my number 4. Right? I think he's probably one of the best centre forwards we've seen in Scotland for a long, long, long time. Seriously, I think he's brilliant, all round, really, really good. Leads the team, leads the line, and sometimes the one-man battering ram. And really and truly, the crowd just love him. They just love him. He lights the place up when he comes on the park and he goes for the ball. He lights the place up. I'm on my feet when he's going for the ball. Put it that way. Mm-hmm. Marvellous.
Well, I've got him as number 5, George Morelos, so I wouldn't argue with you, mate. My number 4 is Colin Steen, Bridgeman.
Well, what can you say? What can you say about Colin Steen, you know? He's, as you know, probably when he first came to Rangers, it was probably the best thing we'd ever seen, you know? And he was a smashing performer for Rangers, smashing performer. But his first 3-4 games, he was just outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And I remember standing at Ibrox shouting, "This is what we paid all that money for. Look at him, fabulous." And I've seen him, he kind of drifted away for quite a while, but never be forgotten for that. He'll never be forgotten, ever.
Well, he scored a goal in Barcelona, he scored a goal that clinched us the 1975 title, you know, so He was there in their boots, and this guy had the pub, which me and Fox had a few beers with him and Willie Johnson. Me, Old School Blue, and Fox had a few beers with Colin and Willie, and it was an absolute pleasure. The stories, it was just a laugh from start to finish. Wee Bud is great. It just winded a big fella up, you know. What did you do after your first 3 games? You know what I mean? That knocked me out. That did. But Colin Steen would be there for me, just as somebody as a boy. It was everybody the song, you know, and you know that he was a talisman for us for a short period of time. So that's my number 4. Bridgman, you did your 4?
I did it. Yes, I did that.
Yep.
Morelos was my number 4. Morelos.
Yep.
It's George Logan's
right.
not gave you number 4 yet.
Number 4, 4 and 3, George. 4 and 3.
My number 4 was Dado Perso, and we've already spoke about Dado Perso. I think he was a warrior. And you asked me for my number 3. My number 3 is it's a tricky one, but I'll go for Michael Mols. I think Michael Mols was a genius. When he came to Rangers, and we had that bad injury, obviously, but I thought some of the goals he scored and some of the performances he put in for us was absolutely fantastic. And I watched him in the Legends game a couple of years ago there, and I still believed he was better than some of the players that's actually playing in the league now. So for me, my number 3 is Michael Mols. All
right. My number 3 is Derek Johnson. Fabulous, arguably the best header of the ball I've ever seen. I've struggled to get Mark Hateley. I will try to get Hateley into them, but I can't put Hateley in front of Derek Johnson. I just can't do it. Hateley was a fabulous player. And my number 2 is Michael Mols as well. If you wanted to play football, you'd want to play football like Michael Mols did. Just a genius, and we were robbed for another bad bit of luck. An absolute freak injury where the guy was, how he wasn't sent off, I don't know. 40 yards for his own goal, comes out and tackles him, and then we lost him for about 2 years. He was never quite the same player because of the way he played the game, Bridge. But fantastic, intelligent, strong, brave. That turn, left foot, right foot, headers, and he played the game with a smile on his face.
Very exciting player, wasn't he? Very exciting player, you know, and such a happy player as you said there, a smile on his face. It's very tricky. But I think he'd too long at the game to be able to show his true status. He could have been a world class player. In fact, he might have been a world class player in other people's eyes. But really and truly, that injury just totally screwed his game and his career, in my opinion.
Aye. All right. So
my number 3.
Yes, your number 3.
My number 3 is Mark Hateley.
Yeah.
I think he's proved to be one of the best, and still to this day one of the best servants Rangers have ever had, both off the field and on the field. I think he's absolutely massive, and I always go on about that game that Watersmith brought him back for the one game against them at Parkhead, and he actually scared the shit out of them, scares the language out of everybody. He did. He scared them to death. He was fearless. The way he ran at people with the body's feet, he must have been travelling at 15 to 20 mile an hour. And just, what are you going to do with this guy? You know, fearless, fought everything, marvellous, really good player. And scored a lot of
big mane of hair like Fox, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. But I thought he was a great player, and he's my number 3, deservedly so.
Aye, and obviously gave us some great times, right? And if you think back, I mean, he scored the 2 goals against Aberdeen that maybe changed history for us. If we hadn't won that game, and things could have been so different. We might not have got 9 in a row, or Walter might not have got the job full time. You never know. We got the goal, and then he scored one of the finest headers you've ever seen at Ibrox for a cross from Mark Walters, mate. He beat McLeish in the air, and the noise that day. Yeah. When that goal went in, we'd be up there, mate. I think it was relief because we got over the line, and that was Walter's first league title. Well, obviously Graham Souness had left a few weeks earlier, but aye, Mark Hateley, fantastic player, mate. I've struggled not to get him in my own top 10. I would say that he would be my number 11. Well, great shout, George.
Aye, Mark Hateley. Mark Hateley's my number 2. Ox, that's when, 1990, 92, 93, 94, you start, I remember everything about that was my, me starting to go into watch football. The one against Leeds and Marseille and things like that season in 93, I think he was absolutely unbelievable. What a great player he was. And like Bridgman said, when you meet him now and speak to him now, an absolute gentleman, loves everything about the club. So for me, that was he's definitely my number 2, Mark Hateley. What a player.
All right. Is this an anticlimax if we all get the same number 1?
Hold on, I'm not giving you my number 2 yet.
I know that. On you go.
Number 2 is Derek Johnson. Big
Right,
DJ.
okay.
Just what can we say about Derek Johnson? It's not been said by a million voices. What a player! Marvellous header of a ball, and my heart goes out to him because I think he's been royally ruined by the press in this country. About being attacked left, right, and centre by them. But as a player, wonderful player, absolutely superb player for us. Good international as well. Also played in multiple positions. Played in centre half as well for a while. So I think he was well deserved to be number 2 in my number man, my 10.
Derek Johnson, mate, an absolute legend, mate. And 555 games for the club, yeah. 211 goals. No penalties. You see, they couldn't kick it that far. For me, an even better header of the ball than Mark Hateley, if I'm being honest. Derek's career was short, but as a teenager in the team, well, that's not true. His career wasn't short. His career was long because he came into the first team so young, but he finished relatively young with issues, and he never quite fulfilled it at the back end of his career, where he could have maybe went back and played at sweeper because he was such a good reader of the game. But Derek Johnson, one of our all-time greats. George?
Aye, like I say him again, Ox. I never had the privilege of seeing him playing for Rangers. I've always seen clips and obviously the youngest player and things like that to play for Rangers. So I have seen clips and I never had the privilege actually seeing him. And for what I believe, he was just as good at the back as he was at the up top. And the amount of times I've met him, he's just an absolute gentleman. Loves the club, loves everything about the club. He's just doing as any husband, but not playing well and things like that. So that's a great shout. Derek Johnson, absolute gentleman.
George, when he scored the goal in the League Cup final against Celtic, seriously, when that ball went in, the place went into meltdown, and Celtic never recovered from it. Never recovered. You're talking about 2 international defenders going for the ball, and Big DJ beat them. Unbelievable stuff. I mean, seriously.
That's the truth about it, Bridgman. I mean, we talk about a lot of the players we were talking about there, Chris Boyd and things like that. Who were they up against? I'm not down any of the players we're up against. Kenny Miller, what centre halves were they actually hang with? But the thing is, when you talk about DJ, I mean, you're saying there 2 centre halves. Who was the 2 centre halves he was up against, Bridgman, when he scored that goal? You know what I mean? It just goes to show the level of player he really was. Yeah,
it was Big Craig. He was actually right back at the time. Craig and Billy McNeil. They were very, very good players, and he got between them, put the ball in the net, and that was I think
fabulous header, mate. Fabulous header.
Just seriously, the place went. It was just meltdown. Every pub you went into after the game, unbelievable. All they could talk about was this boy, 16-year-old Derek Johnson. Star. Marvellous. Yeah. By the way, he wasn't a quiet wee fella, was he? He was quite rowdy. Quite rowdy.
Oh, I think Derek enjoyed life as well, mate. Enjoyed life.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Deservedly
right, so we move on to number 1. Drum roll, George. You use a drum roll.
No.
I think we've all got the same one, but we'll do it. We'll let you go first, George.
No, I think if we have got the same one, it's rightly so. Ox, to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, for me, Ali McCoist, Just everything when you were growing up. For me personally, when I was growing up watching Ali as a lad, he had absolute everything, done absolute everything. Didn't matter what chances he got, he took the chances. I watched the game the other day there, the League Cup, and he scored the goals. And when he had his broken leg, came back against Hibs and scored the overhead kick. He had absolutely everything. And probably way back then, maybe people didn't actually realise just how good Ali actually was. When you look at the kind of strikers Scotland's have got now, to be perfectly honest with you, Oxford, with a front line, that would be Mark Catley and Ali McCoist. Absolutely fantastic.
I wouldn't disagree, mate. Ali McCoist, fantastic memories for the goals he scored, and the nights out he gave us celebrating his winners, mate. And I think we get caught up sometimes about Ali the manager, but Ali the player was I think a better player than we all realised, and he got better as he got older, mate. He really did.
Yes, he was. Not only was he a smashing goal scorer, he brought a lot of people into the game as well when he was playing outside the box. But put him anywhere near the box and you never get the ball off him. Very, very rarely. He just wanted to put the ball in the net. And the opportunities that he ended up missing, and there's people beside him louding up with a Gascoigne, and they're raging at him, And a lot of folk did that because Ali didn't want to get the ball away, not inside the ball. Forgive me for laughing because that's exactly what centre forwards are like. They don't want to give him the end. I'll put it in the net myself. He was a wonderful player for Scotland, but what a character as well. Great character of football, and he's a legend. And you know what I think? And I'm not being funny when I say this now. I think there's a lot of Rangers fans that agree with me. It's a pity the way he's turned out vis-a-vis Rangers. Something no right there. And I don't know what it is, but you look at some of the other boys that are working with the Rangers now, and Ali McCoist, they get the best character that's been in the game, and he's no there. And that's what's missing. And I don't know how you're going to get it there. But
he's one of the national media in Talk Sport, isn't he? He was very good for that. He moved into the media when he finished, and obviously done that Question of Sport for years, and he was still coaching, and then he became the Scotland coach, and then he came back and then got the managerial job, and it never worked out. But I would imagine, George, if he was sitting there, he would ask you to no other Rangers managers worked under these circumstances.
No, that's right, and I keep saying that, and it's a bit of a pity, and you're right to go back to all the time, Ali the manager. It's a bit of a pity, but I keep on saying it, and I always say it. I don't think there was such a person could have took us through. He wasn't just a manager; he was conducting a lot of interviews and things like that. And there's probably nobody else could have actually done what he done for us at the time. I mean, I think in the time he was manager, it looked like he aged 20 years. So he got his money, whatever happened. But for me, I'll never ever forget Ali McCoist, the player, because he was absolutely fantastic. What a striker he was. And, I mean, really, in my honest opinion, I was really young when he was playing. I would say he must have been one of the best in the world at the time, Ox.
He won 2 Golden Globes or something like that, or whatever it was. Golden Globes.
Well, you're right, Bridge. But by the way, what happened is that the other guys who were top level guys speak him. When you Wilkins and Butcher and Gaza and that, they speak and say McCoist was up there with the guys that they played against, and they obviously played with good guys at international level,
Yeah, he's. Can I just say that during the start of our troubles when McCoist was manager, and when Charles Green took over, your heart goes out to him because he, as George said, there's no other manager in the harem, in my memory anyway, and I'm quite old, and I don't remember any other manager having to go through what Ali McCoist went through, from nothing, starting everything up from nothing, bribing guys to come into Rangers probably. So it's really, really tough stuff. Really tough stuff. I admire him greatly for the statement when he said something about walking away, and he says, "No, this is the Glasgow Rangers. We don't do walking away." And that statement is going to live with me forever. I'll tell you that. That sort of made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. That was fabulous. And then the next time, and when they started talking about we'll was it Charles Green says we'll give up 2 titles and 3 cups or something like that. And McCoy said, no. We won them on the park. You don't lose titles on the park. And that was another great statement as well. So I dare say somewhere along the line, the SFA are going to be looking for those titles that Alan McCoist fought back against them. But you never know. But well, I love him for that. But some of the talk he said against the Rangers and the negative stuff has not been great. Anyway, enough of that.
I think you've got to watch Bridge sometimes. What you get is somebody gets asked a question, they cut out a bit of it, and you don't see the full answer, and that's what you read in the press, George, isn't it?
Aye, of course it is, Ox. That's it. I mean, that's why I try my hardest not to listen to these things, because for as far as so many Rangers fans are concerned, Barry Ferguson's a bad gin because of the things he says. And a lot of the time, I agree with what he's saying, Ken. I don't think he's talking bad about the club. He's talking about situations and things like that, which is absolutely right. But everybody's named their top 10 there, Ox. That's a cracking top 10. And the whole time I was going through that there, I mean, the guys you have named some cracking players, Colin Steele and things like that, but even people who you didn't mention, really. I mean, Rod Wallace, I thought was a cracking striker, could have been in and around about there at some points for us as well. So I think he scored a lot of cracking goals for us. And another one who doesn't get ever a good shout, but I mean, you look at his actual record for us. Billy Dodd scored a lot of good goals for us as well. So we've had some cracking players over the years.
Aye, Rod Wallace, fantastic player for us, mate. Just go on with it. You never knew he was playing every week, and he scored 2 goals, Bridgeman.
Yeah, I have to say, when you go through, you think about all these players that you're talking about again, Rod Wallace. I mean, there could easily have been another 15, 20 players you could have put in there, and you know, it was just amazing. We just had an amazing amount of people who could play centre forward and scored a lot of goals. And you know, some guys went and played centre forward when that wasn't their normal position, and got a couple of goals as well. So they've all added to it, you know. Aberladze, I thought, was a smashing wee player. Scored a lot of goals for us, you know. Smashing wee player. So yeah, I'm just really delighted with the 10 I put in, and listening to you guys talk about yours. And we're not far away, really. We're not far away.
And there's a lot of similarities, but I have a ladsy, another excellent player, Georgia.
He's another cracking player. That's what I'm saying. I mean, realistically, you could sit all night and write out your 10 and possibly change your 10. I mean, I think we'll maybe all agree in the top one, Alan McCoist, but when you think about Aberladze and things like that, the boy I spoke about earlier, Caniggia, was probably more a winger, played off the front and things like that. Another one, but we've had some cracking players over the years. We've really been, and I ken another one that's through the banter years, but wee Wycombe scored some good goals for us as well. Ox, and he wasn't playing against any great players and teams and things like that, but scored some good goals for us as well, Waggy, so he did.
Aye, and people are surprised you never get Ralph Brand in it neither, Bridgeman, eh?
Ralph Brand was an inside forward. We're really talking about...
You don't see him as a centre, no?
Oh, God, no. But he scored a lot of goals.
Anyway, Bridgeman, we've reached that time of the evening.
Oh, my goodness, so quick. By the way, can I just say to you and George, really and truly, a marvellous evening, a marvellous night. Thanks very much, Oxter and George. I really enjoyed it and reminiscing. Sorry if I took you back too far, because it's sometimes not very comfortable. But can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, marvellous night. Well done to everybody. Can I just say, keep it going for the Rangers. Every single one of us, we know what's happening. We know what's coming next week. Money in the pocket if you can afford it. Get it going for the Rangers. Keep it going.
Can I thank George and Bridgeman for joining us tonight? Can I thank All School and Fox for putting the show on? But the biggest thanks of the night goes to all the Rangers family working out there for the NHS, working in the supermarkets, care homes, looking after people. We salute you here at Rangers Radio. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 10. Take it away, Fox, All School Boy.
We are the Rangers FC. We are the people, you better believe. We are together, we're doing the bouncy all over the world. We had our troubles, but now they are gone. They tried to kill us, but the Bears we stood strong. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. Lucia Ibrox for Lancer 3. Follow, follow, and God save the Queen. You'll hear us singing, doing the bouncy all over the world. In Barcelona in 72, we beat the Russians, but 3 goals to 2. Still celebrating, doing the bouncy all over the world. Glasgow Rangers are back where we belong. Blue Sea of Ibrox, and we're still going strong. We wear our colours, the red, white and blue. We wear them proudly like blue noses do. We are together doing the bouncy all over the world. The pride of Scotland, but that's nothing new. The pride of Glasgow, and Glasgow is blue. We are together doing the bouncy all over the world. To be a blue nose, it fills us with pride. We are united, we'll never divide. We are together doing the bouncy all over the world. Doing the bouncy all over the world. Doing the bouncy all over the world.